welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use structure blocks in Minecraft. So yeah, you can, if you don't know what structure blocks are, they basically are like the clone command. And by the way, this is for like advanced users, for people who use command blocks only, really. So this is for people who already know command blocks and want to get to structure blocks. So yeah, these are structure blocks. Now they're kind of like clone commands, but they can do a lot more. But just a little more. But they kind of are like more advanced, and it's just, you'll see probably by the end of the video what this is like. Yeah. So structure blocks can basically store structures in a block, well, to your into a file, because like these basically, yeah, well, I'll just show you later. So, well, I'm going to show you how to use them. I'm going to tell you more about them later. So, to get a structure block, it's pretty simple. Just type in chat, ask me chat, give @s, say, Minecraft, or, you don't really need the Minecraft colon, but, like, it's structure block. That would work, but you don't really need the Minecraft there. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, and I'm gonna give me, yeah, so a structure block, and you don't need this, but it might come in handy. So yeah, I got a structure void. Now that you might think, what the heck does that do? Well, I'll show you in a little bit, like, or at the end of the video, I'll show you what it does. So yeah, so first off, I'm gonna show you how to use these. So I'm just gonna create a tiny little, I don't know, maybe just a little thing. Maybe I can go kind of interesting and like make a little palm tree. Okay guys, so here is our tree done. It looks pretty good. And now I want to save that as a structure. So what we need to do is, well, one thing you could do is place down a block. And by the way, there are 4 kinds. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is save, there is load, and there is corner. Now I have no idea what data does. It's just the default, and I have no idea why it is there. That I haven't known what it does. But yeah, the 3 we're gonna be showing in this video are save, load, and corner. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, let's make this a save. There it was, save, and let's call this tree, just like that. Now let's just as you see, if I click detect, nothing happened, really. But if I make a structure size, then as you can see, now if I click detect, I get a tiny little block. It's kind of interesting. It's like a little outline. And as you see, if I make this bigger, it's bigger. And I don't like it where it is. Like I wanted it to go to the palm tree. No problem. I can kind of -10 in a certain direction. What is that direction? Not that one. So I think it'd be -9 in here, and then like 0 here, and I'll take this one out. And if I did detect, yeah, we're getting pretty close to our tree, and so that's kind of how you can get the right thing. And what if I think I only want this to be like 5. Oh no, that's too low. I would have to, I will say that would take a long time to get all these coordinates just right. But there is a solution to that, and it's the corner block. So yeah, we have save tree here, so I'm just gonna move that over. Yeah, so save tree. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was confused there for a second. Anyway, so we have save tree. Now let's say I wanted the exact tree. Then let's use corners. So at least, I think this is right, like, actually you have to start at the, maybe you have to start at the bottom, I'm not sure, but, yeah, so I need to, is it corner, yeah. Done? Yeah, okay, so that's corner. And I have to put in tree. You have to put in tree there, or whatever you want, whatever you wanted to save. Yeah, so yeah, it might not be tree, I don't know, but yeah. So let me go over here. So this is it, and then there's also here and up here. There we go. And you'll notice that I've put them in each corner. That's what it's called. It's corners, so I'm putting them in each corner. And now it doesn't matter this at all, as long as there are corners. So this can be whatever. It doesn't matter. If I click detect, it puts the selection around this. Now, and as you can see, it has inputted these, so like the relative position, everything like that. So it is right. It's yeah. Now, one thing to mention is, let's say these were your corners, like say, okay, let me make a structure. So let's say my structure was this, and I'm gonna put corners. Okay, so you might think, actually, let me make it one higher. Let me just kind of do something. Oh, thunder. Let me do something like this. Okay, so you might think it'd go like this. No, that's not it. You have to do it in the corner, basically. So you have to make it go like this. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. And then, if I run that, if I now click detect, I don't actually... Okay, I don't know what exactly made this occur. I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of weird when you have a lot, but I guess that kind of worked. Like, it edged out on this one and this one. So yeah, it kind of did work. That's actually really cool how they got it to like actually work that way. Anyway, but let's get rid of the. Oh, actually, let me just kind of get blocks, and let's go like place this one below and place this one above it. So yeah, and then I'll break these. And so now if I click detect, as you can see, the position has moved over here, and as you can see, if I did this, you'll notice that it doesn't work the way you want it to. It like kind of went. What? Unable to. Why couldn't it? I don't know. Maybe this is too far away? No, okay, I don't know why that's not. Whoa. Why did it go over there? I don't know if I glitched it out or something. Oh, wait, no, that is this one? I don't know. Let me just kind of detect. Okay, maybe, yeah, it is because I have, like, made it problem. I don't know, but it's kind of confusing, I guess. I don't know, like, went way over there when there's nothing over there. I don't know why the selection did that. But, yeah, there we go. So, I guess, yeah, you have to make it do that. You can't have the corner blocks in the structure. Otherwise it isn't going to work. But yeah, so that is going to work. So now I could have obviously just put in these numbers, but I didn't want to. And now once you've done that, so yeah, you can click detect. But I don't really want this gravel thing. That was just to show you that you don't do it like that way. So I'm going to get rid of these. And if I just go ahead and put my corners back, just like this, and then I run that, I detect it, and now I have that. If I click save, yeah, as you can see there, it says structure saved at tree. Now, one thing to mention is this is a file, so when you save it, it turns blocks into files, and when you load it, it takes a file into blocks. So basically doing the opposite. But, so if you have like 1,000 of these in a world, or maybe more, it might start it might start taking up your memory on your computer, so maybe don't have too many structures in your world. And by the way, the maximum size is 32, 32, 32, so 32, 32, 32, 32, that is the max size, although it went back because I had the corners, but yeah, the max is 32, 32, 32. That is the max. Otherwise, you could just have like a million by a million, and your computer would basically break by that time, so they don't want you to break your computer. So that's kind of what that does. And so yeah, I just saved that. And now let's get on to the loading. So staying away from all these, like corners and stuff, all that's left is, hold on, okay, all that's left is the load. So now, as you can see, if we go to load, we can put in tree, and you'll notice I can click nothing really happened. We get a little box, but that's it. Now, it's kind of, I don't really like it like this. You can rotate it. I actually did. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, so I can rotate it. Now you'll notice that's over here if I do 180. And if I click done, now it's over here. I kind of want 270, and that is, oops, I loaded it. But, yeah, so as you can see, I loaded it, and there's the tree. Now, you'll notice that it is tilted. Like, this is the wood over on the wood is on the south, but then this wood is on the west. Because I rotated it. If I put a Z, okay. If I put a Z, what am I doing? If I put a 0 and load, you'll notice that it is completely normal. But, yeah. Now, let's say I kind of, what if I wanted it, like, to go in, hang on, I need to break this. What happens if I wanted it to clone in this way, so the log out dent thing is on the west, while it's cloning in the 270. Well, you can by, or you, what, I'm not exactly sure what this does. It kind of like does mirrors when you click this middle symbol. It does like mirroring it or something, and it does more or something. It's I don't quite get it. But with the, if you have it 0, if you click done, you'll notice I want it is here. But what if I wanted it the other direction where this one is? Well, you can just change the relative position. So if I go like 10, if I click done, okay, that was the wrong way. So I need to go negative, and then we actually need to go like 5 or something. If I click done, okay, I need to go -6. So if I do that, done, yeah, and then now it is correct. Now you'll notice that, hopefully you can catch this, but if I click load, the wood moved. It was over here. Now you can tell that because the dirt is here and there's no dirt here. So you knew it moved. It moved from this to this. Now, one cool feature that Clone Command doesn't have anything a part of at all, like it's impossible to do at all. You cannot do this without structure blocks. It is this. So let's say I want a parrot. I could put some, say I was making like, okay, I don't know. I need a parrot. Okay. So I'm just going to get a parrot. It can be any entity. You can be any entity. I just got a parrot because just because I want. So yeah, I got a lot of parrots in here. Now, what if I wanted to save these parrots in my in my structure? Well, you can. You just gotta click save. Now you'll notice it doesn't. Now you'll see if I load it, nothing happened. There's no parrots. You have to include entities. Now that I saved it, it's saved with the entities in there. And so now if I load it, wait, what? It didn't work. Huh? It didn't. Yeah. It's not gonna work yet. You have to include entities on both, and you see parrots. And obviously, they can be anything. They could be items. They could be zombies. Or I don't think I have mobs on or difficulty anything. So as you can see, I just loaded it. Actually, as you can see, yeah, that's something interesting. Look, there are these items here, and you'll notice that there aren't any items. You have to save it first, which that is kind of an interesting feature, which you might have guessed. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see now, there are some items. Yeah, you can see there's the items, and I can even pick them up. And yeah, so, thunder. If I get a redstone block, yes, redstone blocks work. So I can have a whole yeah, you can have a lot of things in here, although I accidentally made a problem. So I remember this one was -6, I think. And this is tree. Okay. So let's load. Okay, now, and if I put a redstone block, I'm constantly getting new parrots. I think, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Where are my parrots? Oh yeah, the sun doesn't include the entities. Now if I load it, you can get more parrots. A lot more parrots. And a lot more thunder. Okay, let me kill all the parrots. Type equals parrot. Okay, there we go. Now all the parrots are gone. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain and the thunder out there. That is some heavy rain. But anyways, yeah. So that is We got a lot of feathers. Anyway, so yeah, that is pretty much it. Now there is some other coolish features. So let's say I do this. Now this isn't a very good example. What I have here, this build, this tree, this thing is a very good example. But if I go make the integrity like 0.8 and I load it, you'll notice. No, that wasn't actually very many, but you'll notice that a few blocks are missing. That's what that does. So if you edit this, if I go like 0.1, that actually probably wouldn't do anything, but if I get rid of this thing, and let me include entities off, because there's a lot of parrots here. But yeah, if I click load, you'll notice that like only one leaf come. Yeah, I'm gonna go 0.4. If I load it now, you'll notice that there's not much of it. Now, the interesting thing is this. If I can constantly put this, and it'll keep loading more every time. That's weird. Why? Why is that? Why did it stay there? It loaded it. And it stays there. That's weird. And it's still staying there. What is wrong? I don't know. I thought this should be loading, right? Yeah, there it goes. And now it's going. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway. So, oh yeah, I see. Because most of the time it isn't loading in the redstone block to be air. So it's 1.0. Not 1/0. Okay, 1.0. I load now. It's always fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty cool. Structure blocks. Yeah. And one thing to mention is, here's a kind of, I guess it's sort of downside, but it doesn't ruin your computer, which is probably the most important thing if you're playing Minecraft. You don't want your computer to break, because then no more Minecraft. So yeah, I don't exactly know, but yeah. So, you'll notice that if I'm going to say I break some of these blocks, and yeah, so as I said before, if I load it, you'll see that those blocks aren't missing. I have to save it first. And now those blocks are missing. But yeah, so let me just kind of say put them back. I don't know, say I wanted to put them back. And I save it. And you'll notice that, well, as you probably expect, those come back. Because I just typed parrot with redstone. Shouldn't really make a difference, should it? Well, actually, no. If I load it, now you'll see, yeah, obviously they're back. But if I reload the world, okay, I just reloaded the world. I'm sure you could tell because, like, new chunks were loading. So I just reloaded it, and you'll notice that I turret and, wait a second. I saved it, didn't I? Right? Well, you did, but what they did is, I'm sure this is very good, is so you if you had like a 10 times per second clock that's constantly placing a redstone block and destroying it, so like it'll constantly be saving. You could make it where it just constantly is generating files on your computer 20 times per second. Now that isn't quite right? I mean that's really weird, isn't it? I mean, like, because you don't want files being generated on your computer, do you? Probably not. You don't want to crash and break your computer. So they make it. I don't know how they. So basically, what would happen is if you do it, it will work. So you'll notice that it worked. But when you reload the world, it kind of undoes that. So like it's only saved for that time on the world. It's not actually in the file. It hasn't been updated. So the only way to actually overwrite the file is by clicking the save button. And now if I reload the world, which I don't need to do again, it'll work. Yeah, so obviously you don't really need the corner blocks. They just can be there. If in case you want one, because I would have to say it is much easier, way easier to use when you have them. When you have the corner blocks, you don't need them, as I said, but it's just easier. It is way easier, and obviously these don't have to be. I don't think. Yeah, they don't have to be in that same direction. They can be anything. And yeah, so you could copy a village blacksmith, or well, I don't have a blacksmith, but you could copy a village house in case you wanted to. So I'm gonna call this house. There we go. And I'm gonna copy that. Now this is gonna be corner. So corner house, and this is gonna be the other corner over right here. And I did just ruin their path. Sorry, villagers. I know I'm putting structure blocks in your village. They're not gonna do anything. I promise. I'm not gonna add a new house to your world, or am I? Oopsies. These are. I need to make this house. Okay. So yeah, done. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a save block. So save, and this one is going to be house. And if I click detect, the house is selected. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah, that I don't need that. Yeah, you probably expect that. Now I don't really need the villagers in there, so yeah, let me just yeah. So you'll see it did it all. So now if I save, I can just put a villager house any time. So I want, oh, and by the way, one thing to mention is, let me just put one real quick, but yeah, I want to put in, it's a load, and in house, show bounding block, sure, load, oops, yeah, you can control pick block. Now what pick block is this, so mine is middle click, which is by default, as you can see, because I can't reset it. So middle click is what it is by default, and so control, and then that thing, which mine is middle click, will give you the NBT. So as you can see, this is load house. Whatever I place is always a load house thing. Very strong storm. But anyway, so yeah, I can place it down, and then if I just, well, am I gonna ruin the structure? I'm gonna ruin the save block. Well, I don't know if I want that. Let me just move it. Okay, so as you can see now, I click load, and there's our house. Now, I'm sure your villagers are dying, but still. And as you can see, obviously, you can rotate it. So, now it's going to dead villager. You can, as you can see, there's new house came in. And yeah, and actually, I forgot I didn't, wait, what? Oh, yeah, let me just, oh, yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, because, like, even though the corners are here, if I move it, that is the same thing, just in the, yeah, it just, whatever. Let me click detect. Okay, so now that I moved, what? I thought usually village houses would generate like this. Maybe I did something. I have no idea. But anyway, that is pretty much it. Now, there is one more thing, the structure voids I was talking about. So, let me quickly just kind of, lightning, okay, and thunder. So, if I just give let me just kind of give myself a structure block and also structure void. As you can see, if I put a bunch of structure voids, I put a lot here, so, yeah, and then all that's left are these two blocks of air. If I actually make these corners, and I just call it the V for void, I guess, because I'm demonstrating it. It doesn't really need to be all perfect. I don't know. And as you can see, if I do in save, and I click detect, it's done that. Now, it doesn't really look like much, because these are actually structured void. You can see there's a little outline here. And yeah, so as you can see now, I am going to click the save. And actually, let me kind of demonstrate it. So let me, I'm going to take away these blocks. So a few of them. So now there's like a T shape. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, let me click save. So actually, I don't know if I don't think I need to detect it again. But yeah, I just saved it. And now, yeah, so now if I go get something, and then I'm just going to put it here, and I'm going to actually go like minus, oh, actually I need to go load, okay, load, data, anyway, load, okay, so I'm going to load it. Oh, what is that lightning doing? Okay, so if I click load, you'll notice, that was weird. Anyway, maybe not, actually. And also I get a little T, and that is because that there's a little T. Yeah, so basically what structure voids do is they block. So as you can see, the structure void, it basically didn't care about any of these blocks. It only, because they aren't air, they are basically nothing, which means it doesn't care about those blocks. So it doesn't care about these grass blocks. It's not going to touch them. So if there were air, they'd stay air. If they were redstone blocks, they'd stay redstone blocks. If they were grass, they'd stay grass. If they were structure voids, they say structure voids. If they were bricks, they'd say bricks. You get the idea. And so only the ones that don't have, so you'll notice that this one and this one don't have any, but the others do. That's what generates this little T thing. So those were air, and obviously I could just kind of do this. Now, it's kind of interesting is you can kind of put, oh, never mind, maybe not actually. Oh yeah, you can kind of overwrite a structure void block. But yeah, now as you can see, these I could make wooden planks. And as you can see, if I load this, these grass blocks, oh right, I have to save it. You'll notice that if I load it, these grass blocks are not touched, and it's just wooden teeth. So yeah, that is basically all you need to know, and I literally have no idea what this data does. It's like, what, a custom data tag name, and you can't even do anything with it. Game logic marker. I don't know what that means. So, yeah, I think it might be for the developers only. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. But that, I think, is gonna be it for this video. I know all the parrots are going right around my little sheep here. Well, it's not my sheep. It's just a sheep. If you didn't know, parrots actually go after passive and hostile mobs. And it will imitate their sounds, but they only do it to hostile mobs. They don't imitate sheep sounds or whatever. And poor little parrot, oh wait, no, those parrots are following another sheep. And those parrots, they just aren't following anything. But yeah, I think that is gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoy!